Alright, well, welcome to Oceanic Battle Arena. This is like week 14 or something. I lose track.
I think it's 14.
Yeah. My name's Caraclossus. I'm joined by Miss Fish.
Hello.
And we're moving to Champ Select, and I think I've got it all covered. Alright. I need to fix that up. Cool. Alright. Z-Ban, which you're not in favour of, but I am.
I just don't see Zed play. Maybe maybe he's played more at Silver or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, some picks really change in popularity in different areas.
Lee Sin. Yeah, see, I mean, Lee Sin's an unusual one to ban. Like, you don't quite often see bans on him. Kaz is a good ban.
Yeah, he got nerfed this patch, but is still pretty stupid.
Yeah. Yasuo, well, he's been nerfed hard, but he's still got that late game scaling, which, you know, and he's still got a lot of damage in the early game. So it's one of those things that, yeah, okay, he's a bit weaker, but if you can't capitalize on his weakness, then what's the point? Tristana ate
snowball really hard, which is pretty annoying.
Yeah,
I'd ban
certainly
Rise,
early in the at lower levels, snowball's a big factor. So
at every level, really.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think in bronze and silver and stuff, there's less capability of knowing what to do. Like, I think people sort of panic a bit more when there's somebody who's like really out of control.
Yeah.
Lucian ban, not so sold on that.
I'm sold on that. I think he's probably the best AD carry right now.
Really? Okay.
Even after the nerfs. He's just good at every point in the game, and he doesn't have any real weakness.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
I'd still rather ban Rise or Maokai though.
Yeah, I think that's probably where I'd be thinking he is. I mean, Lucian, when he gets going, I guess he's a bit hard to deal with, but you know, a Maokai or a Rise is pretty much unstoppable. Ezreal, interesting. I mean, he's kind of one of those champions that's always good, but at the moment isn't great.
Yeah, he's just really safe.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
I think he's a pretty good pick in solo queue because you can peel for yourself.
Yep. Especially if you go blue build.
Yeah. You don't do any damage if you go blue build though. Well, anymore since they nerfed all the items that he was using.
Shyvana, I'll just make sure all the summoners are covered up. I think they are good. I mean, Thresher's a really safe, like a really good all-round support. Nothing to dispute there. We got a Nurgle, troll hover, probably. Shyvana, not seeing a lot less of her, but I guess we might be seeing a bit more of her now that her championship skin is out.
Oh yeah, I really want that skin.
Yeah.
The dragon form looks awesome.
Yep. I mean, she's not quite this like super uber competitive pick that she used to be.
She's still pretty good though.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's been. I mean, she more came up like she wasn't as good. I mean, Rise and Maokai have basically sort of become the new top tier top lane. So I think it's more that she was displaced by better rather than being kind of bad in and of herself.
Yeah, and when Lulu came around and stuff, because she doesn't do very well against ranged people.
Yep. Yeah, especially someone like Lulu who's just annoying as. Yeah, Jax. I mean, I think that'll be if it's a Shyvana top lane that it is versus Jax will be interesting. Well, actually, I guess. Yeah, I mean, really only goes top lane, I guess. But yeah, I mean, he's still kind of what he always has been. I mean, I guess Jax doesn't really change a whole lot. It's really everything around Jax changes. Like he himself is pretty much the same he's been for ever. I mean, I guess they did nerf his base stats a bit in the early game.
He got nerfed really hard. He lost like 200 HP at level 18 or something crazy.
Yeah, these health per level, that's right. Syndra though, she's really good at the moment.
Yeah.
Great poke.
Fizz destroys Syndra though, like super hard.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that she's Syndra's a bit like a TF in the sense that no escape. If an assassin jumps on you, you're pretty much boned. Um,
Or you just press R and trade 1 for 1.
yeah, that's it. That's it. Um,
But Fizz can just dodge all of Syndra's abilities.
yeah, especially when she goes to ultimate and stuff, which is, I mean, so much of her power is tied up in that ultimate. So without that, she hasn't really got a whole lot. Well, I mean, a good long range poke stun, which is not nothing, I guess. Leona is, I mean, she's a good solid pick going into a Thresh. I guess it's if they're good enough to get the flays off when you're sort of mid zenith.
That's a really hard matchup.
But I just wonder, like, how many people can actually respond quick enough to be able to pull off those flays in time. So
It's not that hard. You just have to practice it a little bit.
yeah, that's it. I mean, if you're practicing it, it's obviously going to be a lot easier. But how many people actually spend their time practicing that?
Depends on how much you play Thresh.
That's true. Yeah, I actually need to play more of him. I probably don't play enough of him.
He's so hard to play properly.
Well, I mean, I've still played like 200 or 300 games with him, but I just haven't been playing him a whole lot this season. Well, not for a while. He's great though. Like, there's just nothing he can't do well.
Yeah.
Nautilus now in tank. Tell us what you think about sort of tank junglers at the moment, because I mean, I guess Nautilus is the quintessential tank jungler.
Okay in solo queue and crappy in competitive. Because in solo queue, people don't have the coordination to invade you consistently and properly. And CC is king in solo queue. So I think is actually okay.
Yep.
Not the best pick, but not bad.
Yeah. All right. Cool. We're going to the thing. So, talking about Summoners. So, I mean, Shyvana versus Nautilus. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess Shyvana. I mean, she does kind of jungler pretty well. I guess she's got really fast clears.
One of the best kind of junglers ever.
Yeah. So I guess one of the key things for Shyvana would be to sort of try and go in there and mess up Naut as much as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, how vulnerable is he after he gets Quillcoat? Because Quillcoat seems to be offers some pretty good sustain.
He'll just get destroyed by Shyvana if they ever meet up.
Even so, right, there you go.
And Shyvana has to do that because Nautilus's ganks are really strong and her ganks are pretty useless. So if she farms her own jungle, then Nautilus is gonna snowball all of his lanes really hard.
Yeah. I mean, I think probably the top lane probably you wouldn't even bother to gank for, because getting the timing of his ultimate is probably, I mean, I guess if you're really paying attention to where he's at, you might be able to do it, but otherwise I think it's going to be a bit tricky to try and gank top. But I think the other lanes are probably not too bad for Shyvana, especially bottom lane.
Yeah, bottom lane is super easy to gank because you just bait Leona to go in and then kill Leona.
Yeah.
So
and I mean, Thresh's got so much CC that the fact that Shyvana doesn't have any isn't a huge barrier. I mean, well, mind you, ganks in bottom lane, if Naut's there to gank, if you get caught up, you're never going to go. You're going to be locked down so hard. Locked down for days. I think ganking top lane would probably be alright, because you can sort of just easily wait for the for his rage to Na's rage to sort of finish and then go in there for the gank. Mid lane, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that I guess with an early, if you can manage to get the stun off, you could probably try. But I mean, Fizz is so tricky.
Fizz can dodge Nautilus's ult.
Yeah, I wonder. Probably, like when it reaches him, it probably can. But I wonder if he goes to do depth charge, and you immediately then troll pole, I imagine he probably still targets you. So essentially, you have to troll pole like right at the point at which his ultimate hits you, which is probably not hard to time. It's pretty slow. You just kind of not panic.
Yep.
All right, well, we should probably talk about the podcast. So, As I said before, my name's Carrot Colossus. I'm the host of the Oslo podcast, which is a weekly Australian League of Legends podcast that comes out once a week, usually sort of Thursday or Friday. It's myself. Ordinarily, it's Ralph Vesp QT Panabienko and Steve Clerical Garstone, but those guys are actually both away at the moment, so we've been having some fill-ins. And basically, we talk about the local. Particularly, we focus a lot on the local scene with what's going on there, and in particular, well, we got CGPL coming up this weekend, so we're sort of slowly heading towards the Oceanic Finals, and we talk about how to get better at the game. So if you like what we're doing here this afternoon, make sure you check it out at oslo.trinityforcepodcast.com. And then there's our sister podcast, the T-Force podcast, or Trinity Force podcast, which is twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays on this channel, with the podcast releasing on Wednesday and Friday. And then there's the T-Force LCS Rundown, and they are on Monday mornings on this channel, and they release on Tuesdays. So check them out, trinityforcepodcast.com. You have all your League of Legends needs. Cool. And with that, I think we can safely say that Team 1 probably have won the skin war. Because, that's important in these things.
Yep. They've got really good skins. Pulse by Ezreal.
Yep.
Apparently
Astro Nautilus. What's not to like about Astro Nautilus?
I don't know. Teemo's got a astronaut skin. Maybe that's something not to like.
Yeah, well, it's because it's Teemo, and that guy's a fairy rat. Yeah. I mean, I think that I'm just trying to think of sort of a late game situation, like who's got the edge, because I think
probably Blue.
Yeah,
they just have so much CC
with Jackson Syndrome in particular. I guess that's and usually by the later game, Nautilus just gets pretty darn tanky. So the fact that Ezra doesn't sort of scale hard probably doesn't matter as much because the others have just got so much CC and so much tankiness. Where I guess with the other team, I mean, when would they sort of want to be trying to make the most of their team comp? Do you reckon?
I don't know, honestly.
Okay. I mean, I actually literally don't know like when the right time for Nara is. I guess he's so. I don't think I've seen him in hardly any game since he came out.
It depends on what you build on him too. Because there are like 3 different builds. One's full tank, the other one is brutalizer into tank, and the other one's Trinity Force into tank. And if you go full tank, then you can just group really early. But if you go Trinity Force first, then you can't really group early.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I imagine that Trinity Force would give him quite a bit of power, because he spams his abilities, but
yeah, it's really strong on him.
I
imagine really good at him in general.
Yeah. I imagine you can always go sort of like for a wombo combo style approach for purple team, just because they've got big AOE initiation, which I mean I guess blue team has as well, but like imagine Fizz setting out his Shark, Shyvana jumping in, Nah jumping in, it's kind of you sort of want to all jump in at the same time. So yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to jump into this team though.
Yeah.
Because Ezreal will jump backwards and Syndra will stun you all. They sort of have to pick people off. With Fizz and Thresh. I don't know, their team comes pretty weird.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Alright, pretty straightforward setup coming out from everybody in terms of the early items. Thresh actually going for 3 pots to begin with, which is A little unusual. You usually go for an extra ward.
I just go all pots.
Do you?
For the
Okay.
lane dominance.
I quite like, maybe because I'm an extremely paranoid support, but I quite like having the ward.
30
I
seconds
like knowing
until
that we're
minions
safe.
spawn.
Normally, if you start like and have 2 extra pots, you can get enough advantage in lane that you can 2v3.
Yeah.
So that's why I do it.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Because it's 300 HP advantage, which is really huge.
Now I gotta say, well, I mean, now put his trinket down, but I mean, I don't know when is that going to expire. It doesn't have the timer on it.
Minions have spawned.
I mean, I guess there's not too many invades going on in a solo Q type setting, but even so, I think it's still good to guard the.
Better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, it's better to guard the jungle because you don't want to go one. You know, have for the other team to get 3 buffs at the start.
I don't know about boots on Jax though. I would have started drawing shield. Because most of Nara's damage is auto attack.
I mean, as we just saw, like the ward that Nar put there was, you know, just expired just probably as the buff was spawning. So if they'd gone for a late invade, yeah, I think what we're going to see in the top lane is one of the essential issues with Nar is he pushes the lane really, really easily. Because of his boomerang, so
yeah.
Well, actually, it probably works in Jax's favour to extent because if you don't want to push the lane, if you don't want to build up your rage, because you might want to have a timed engage, you know, that's okay for Jax because he doesn't want people spamming their abilities. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what to say. People are just farming.
Yeah, it is farming. I mean, I think what Syndra's doing right now in the mid is quite good. You know, using her ranged advantage to punish the Fizz. It's pretty sort of straightforward kind of approach.
And there's no risk of being ganked before 3 minutes because junglers are still doing their buffs. So you just push up.
Which is why, I mean, if Fizz had gone like for a Doran's Ring to begin with instead of the Crystalline Flask, like it would have been quite a bit of a problem for him because he just wouldn't have the sustain. So
yeah. Flask is the right choice here.
Yep.
And when he hits level 3, he can go ham.
This is a good gank by Nort. He's gonna with the red buff, with the rage about to expire. Yeah, he's definitely going down. Oh wow, he flashed away just. That was a good flash. So that was exactly the sort of timing you wanted from Nort. Like he gets big, and then you sort of move up to gank because then his rage is going to expire. I mean, it's pretty predictable when it's going to expire. Like it's not like it's like Shyvana where you can delay the length of your ult by continuing to attack. It runs out when it runs out, so it was a good move. Just back to where we were. More farming.
More farming.
More farming.
Yeah, I want to see Fizz go in on this Syndra because she's almost out of mana. And he's got level 4, so he does a lot of damage.
Yep. I mean, I think with in the top lane, going back to the top lane, I think just Fizz taking a bit more damage. You gotta be careful, like with Fizz. With his hyper ability, you know, it's quite useful against someone like a Jax who's a bit tankier. Great engage by the Gnar. Oh wow, that was excellent. You should be able to get the minions.
Oh my god,
Troll
that was
minion.
so close.
Yeah, but that's okay because it's still going to force him out of lane. You're going to force him to burn your teleport. Push, you know, you can push the wave. It's quite a big wave as well. He's going to miss out on all that experience. So that's exactly the sorts of things that you want. So you just go straight back to base right now, and then you know even you can teleport back in, and you see it's like essentially 2 waves of minions is now gone. So you got a nice level advantage going back into lane.
And Gnar doesn't have to TP back. He can just walk back.
Oh, we're going to engage on bottom. Leona took a bit of damage, so I mean it's actually like the Corki Thresh combination is actually probably pretty safe against a Leona because you got quite a bit of disengage and you know, you got the Flay, and then Corky can use his Valkyrie to get out as well. So, you know, if I was them, I'd probably look to try and bully a fair bit. Make use of the poke.
You want to push in this lane, so Ezreal has to use Q's to last hit, and so Leona can't engage on a minion wave.
Yep.
And they can definitely push them in if they wanted to.
This is actually quite good by purple side, red side, putting in the wards in the river, so that basically the entire top river is covered. So that it's going to be very hard for them to gank. So that's the sort of thing that they want to be doing. I'm not. Does it actually can tell you who put the ward down?
That was both Shyvana.
Yeah, so that's good thinking ahead by Shyvana. Now it's about to go big. Ooh, taking a bit of tower damage. Yeah, so I mean, Leona's trying to jump onto Corky, and he just keeps getting away. I mean, it actually. Ooh, wow, you got a gank here. Double
Shyvana
gank.
can't do anything.
Nah. And here comes Nort. That was a great play by Thresh. Yeah, gonna get the kill. No! Oh, and he gets the heal. Both uses heal. I think Thresh is gone.
Oh, Thresh, wrong way,
So-
wrong way.
Yeah, that was if he just backed off at that, like, you know, he backed off a little bit sooner, I think he probably would have survived.
Nice run by
actually,
Syndra.
Shyvana came. Wow, that was
That's a blue buff.
yeah.
If they, yep, they are going for it.
Actually, you could even probably dragon.
Nah.
No, I reckon you could probably juggle the aggro. Between
no,
the four of
Ezreal's
them.
still alive. Yeah, they can dragon. They don't have the best dragon team
Yeah,
because Nautilus is really bad at it.
yeah, but they've got enough damage. I mean,
Yeah, and they
Iona's-
just killed everybody. So.
Yeah, that's it. Actually, Nah just got a kill on Jackson in the top lane. So wow, there you go. Didn't even see that. Maybe go back and
Nah really wins early against most champions. And Jax can't do much, he just has to let him push him in and farm on the tower.
oh, nice. So that was actually so. Nah managed to just rewinded it for a second. So Nah used his poked him down, and then engaged just at the right time. Yeah, see, it was actually Jax really should have anticipated the attack by Nah and then actually backed off. If he backed off a little bit early, it would have been all right. So, just you got to be mindful of these things, especially since I mean, Nah's actually got a fair bit of burst in that regard. If he can actually hop onto you, you're going to take a lot of damage and be CC'd quite hard. So it's going to allow him to get his whole combo off. So, yeah, that's you just when you see him get to the yellow bar, you just back off, let him push the tower, push the wave to the tower, get the experience, and if you miss a bit of gold, you miss a bit of gold. But I mean, now Nah is 1 kill up. He's double, nearly double, well, close to double the CS. He's almost. Wow, it's a lot of damage by Syndra. Getting pretty close to finishing Sunfire Cape is going to make it a lot harder for Jax to get in there and do some damage. That was a great initiation by Leona. He just capitalised on it. That was pretty good.
I want to talk about mid lane because Fizz isn't going in at all, and that's the only way he can trade, and he has to do that, otherwise he's just going to get poked out. And if he does go in, he will destroy Syndra because Fizz does pretty stupid damage.
Yep. I mean, the good thing about Syndra is she's so immobile. You can actually, you can start with his shark, and then wait for her to go and engage on you, and then troll pole. If you get the timing right, you should be pretty safe.
Yeah, because just doing this is just going to slowly fall behind and farm. And that's
Oh
not
wow!
good.
We just saw how much damage Nah just did to the Jax there. Oh wow! I think he's gonna go down here. Oh, nearly. I think he's still dead. Yeah. See, that's again not backing off, hanging around, thinking that you can keep trading. It's just you can't. And now you're 2 kills down. Nah should. Oh, you can't get the tower now because of Nautilus, but
you're
you
way
might be
behind.
able to. Oh no, probably not.
You're like 30 seconds behind me now.
Am I? Oh, okay. Let me.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll jump right up. Okay, now we're live. Okay. I thought I jumped alive. Okay. I think it's more or less the same as where we were in terms of the status code. Alright, yeah, okay.
Yep.
It's just going to 11 minutes?
11 minutes, yes.
Yep, okay, cool. That's a good disengage by now.
Yep, top lane's pretty over. Nautilus can turn it around though. They can kill Na maybe. Because they have enough CC to lock him down for a long time.
Yep.
They just have to bait him to go in. Which shouldn't be too hard because
Yeah.
he's super aggro.
Yep. Well, yeah, when you got 2-kill lead, oh, it would be 2. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. Ah, nice use of hop there. Oh, is he going to get the kill? Yeah, looks like he is.
Or is he gonna get
Oh
back
my
out
gosh.
of-
No, they don't. That was really well played by Nah.
They didn't lay their CC properly, so Jax stunned while Nautilus was using one of his stuns.
Yep.
So if they'd done that properly, they would have kept him still for about 2 more seconds and killed him. Which is just a bit unlucky.
Yep. I mean, also, the way they positioned themselves in lane, it made it very easy for him to use his boomerang to slow. So, I mean, yeah, because they basically walked in alone, so that helps him kite. This Fizz, he's trying to trade against a wave as well as against Syndra, so he's just getting poked the hell out. She's, yeah, nearly WCS, way ahead in items. He should probably... just thinking of whether roaming would be worthwhile.
No, because Syndra is pushing too much.
Yeah.
He just needs to make sure he doesn't get poked out and then go ham on Syndra. Because he will be her in a fight no matter what.
He hasn't died, and that's the most important thing. That he, you know, that when you're in a situation like that, you don't, you know, start going crazy and trying to do like really stupid things. Wow, this Nara is like just creaming this top lane. Interestingly, now would be about the right time to be trying to go in all in on this Fizz because he just used his troll pole. Yep, go. Nah, not gonna do it. Go ignite and ult. Yeah, okay, there we go. She did in the end. I was surprised she didn't go more aggressive on him because I would have thought that it would have been a perfect time. As soon as he hung within range, with his...
he had troll pole up during that. He just didn't use it to dodge anything.
No, he used it just like a little bit before.
It's got a 7-second cooldown though. It came off again.
Oh, did it? Oh, right. Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
realize it had such a low cooldown. Wow, that was a bit silly.
Yeah, Fizz could have won that if he dodged Syndra ulti.
Yep. I mean, if I was probably, oh yeah, Dragon's up, so that's good timing.
They shouldn't start it yet because Purple can collapse. Oh wow,
That was a
goodbye.
good engage. They're gonna get the kill. Yep, and they might even get a second on Fizz. Ooh, Leanna might die here, but no, she's gonna get away. Oh, that was a good engage, good hook there. TP comes in. I don't know why. It's a bit weird. I guess you can probably go for Dragon now. And simply
Oh,
just
it's gonna
flashed
get
for
the thresh
no particular reason, I don't think. That was an excellent stun by Syndra there.
This fight is so weird.
This
Stop chasing.
Nara is living
Chasing
life on the edge
guys.
there. Oh, what a wasted flash. I don't think he would have
Recall
even
movement
made
back
it.
to
I guess, well, actually, no, he probably would have jumped. He would have reached him then, but
Everybody needs to heal up and come back to Dragon
yeah.
to fight over it again. So what happened in that fight is Purple team split up. Fizz and Shyvana went through one way of the jungle, and Thresh and Corki came the other way. And they just got killed. Purple gets the dragon here, that's really weird.
Yeah, no, that was a good move by them. I mean, with the tankiness of Nah, making use of his ultimate, his ultimate, or passive, I guess. is probably the right thing. So,
Yeah, it's just because Blue kept chasing for too long, so they couldn't recall and come back.
oh, Fizz nearly goes down. Now Shyvana actually had a trinket there. She should have just popped that down in that brush, and she would have at least got the timer on that one. Kind of going for levels and stuff. Really, Leona should have a sweeper by now. She hasn't actually changed her trinket to a
When you
sweeper.
get Sidestone, you want to change to sweeper.
Yeah, absolutely. Jax is going to get this.
Yep.
Good move.
You can't flash Shyvana though.
Oh, he might be able to get away just... There we go. Well, he did actually have a level over her, so...
He's going Blade first though, which is actually really weak until you complete the Blade. Trinity Force is just a much better item.
Yeah.
It just gives you a lot more damage, so you should go Trinity Force first. I mean, he kind of needed the sustained burst now.
Yeah.
Works so much.
Yeah, this Nara is playing his hand very well. I think he's just so much further ahead compared to Jax. So that that's really how you sort of maximize the advantage you've got if you're ahead that far ahead. Just keeping up the pressure is exactly what you want to be doing. Oh, great stun! Wow, that was a really good use of CC, even with these guys coming in. Oh, I think they'll go down. If only somebody else was there, they probably could have got those kills. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but that was actually a really good engage. Like in terms of, it was a bad time to engage, but it was actually they used their CC quite well.
Nah just baited them super hard with his passive.
Yep, absolutely.
Because he just got 400 health out of nowhere.
Yep. Yeah, being aware of where the rest of your team is super important. So it was just one of those things. You think it's so easy to assume that everybody's there with you, but
They never are. They're always farming wraiths.
Yeah. Now this threat should actually be more aggressively zoning out the Ezreal.
Yeah, Leona's mid. You should just walk up and try and
Yeah, yeah, and what you do is you flay. You go in with your flay first. So you walk up nice and close. Oh, you just use his flay at the wrong time. So you flay towards you. That will cause him to panic. He'll then, wow, this actually really well played by the Ezreal. He'll panic and flash, and that's when you use his arcane shift, and that's when you hook him.
Or you just walk up and like face where Ezreal is, but chuck your hook out where you know he's gonna shift.
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
mad life him.
Yep.
Because it's pretty obvious where Ezreal's gonna shift if you've played Ezreal like once or twice.
Oh wow, this is. I don't quite know what Leo was trying to do there.
This Jax is getting back into the game though, because now spending so much time mid and not actually getting anything for it. He's not creating pressure on the tower or anything. So it's just let Jax farm his way back into the game.
I mean, really, I think people should be grouping up in mid and pushing down that tower because they've got the energy split and they've got their AD carry down in the bottom lane. They can't really hurt that tower that effectively. Especially since now seems to be going big just about the same time. Like every time the wave gets close to the tower, he's turning into Mega Gnar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, Jax
he's
has got
he's
another
gone
tower.
ham. I don't know why.
Wow.
That was
This farm needs to be top.
yeah.
Especially with Fizz, it's hard to take towers.
At least if these boys Lich paid.
Yeah, but he can't get in range.
Yeah. I have no idea why these guys are going so ham on Shyvana. Like, I mean, drawing the Fizz is alright, but it's...
You're probably not gonna kill the Shyvana.
No. Okay, wow, this is...
Oh my god, Jax.
this is just going... Do it. Well, this is exactly how you
This
do it.
really
If you're behind... I mean, if he had his Trinity Force, these towers would go down like nothing
Oh
else.
my god, he got it. Oh, that's just a waste of flash. He's gonna die anyway. Wow. I can't believe he got that tower. It's
Yeah.
just been sitting top. So Na just really threw his massive lead in lane
Yep.
by grouping and not getting anything.
I mean, he's still
could even
2,000. He's still like 1,500. Yeah, 1,500 ahead. But losing those towers is a huge, especially the inhibitor tower. Like losing your outer towers, yeah, not such a huge thing. Losing your inhibitor tower is, at this early in the game is not a good thing. And if blue, I mean, really blue should be trying to group up and forcing down that tower. Yeah.
If Na wanted to group, he could have even gone bot
But
with
inhib,
Corki.
sorry.
And they would have gotten that tower instead of going mid.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to push in against a Syndra with a Fizz on your side.
Yep.
But it's much easier to push in against an Ezreal with Corki on your side.
Yep. Oh, wow, that was nice. I mean, really, Purple are wasting a huge opportunity to do stuff together if by not grouping up. I mean, Corki and Thresh have been pushing this bottom lane forever.
Yeah,
And
they've just been landing for 22 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. And I mean, Ezreal he's substantially ahead. Yeah, I mean, compared to Corki, they're similar CS, but with the kills and assists, Ezreal's like 2,000 ahead, or 1,500 ahead. So,
And it's got more global gold.
yeah, it's true. It's true. But the fact that, I mean, that's even an aspect of the fact that this Thresh and Corki have just been focusing exclusively on this bottom lane, and they've been so easy to hold off.
Yeah, Ezreal's been sitting here 2v1 the entire
This is
time.
a really good gank by Syndra there. That was really well played.
Yeah, if you're gonna split push, you need wards in the enemy jungle.
Yeah.
So you want to have one around blue and one in river probably. So like the crossways in blue where all the paths are.
Yep.
And then it's really hard to gank you. I don't know why bot lane is still laning. They're just gonna get killed
Yep.
by Nautilus and Syndra roaming on them.
Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely be trying to go in on this Thresh. Oh, that was... What a great stun! Wow. I think that was incidental that she landed that Corki right in the middle. If that was on purpose, that was like the greatest solar flare I've ever seen in my life. So now you need to really push down this bottom tower. Like,
Yeah,
grouping
they
up
can't
as
save
5,
it at
which
all.
they're doing, is the right thing to do. Especially with Syndra with the poke. Like, the Thresh and Syndra... Thresh and
Fresh
Shyvana.
Shy need to leave.
Yeah.
Because they can actually die right here.
Yep, and they're gonna... yep. Nort's got his depth charge. And he
Maybe
can't
she'll
escape
just
that.
ulti away.
Yeah. She hasn't ulted yet, so I think she's still gonna get away. Really, they should have focused on the Thresh because he hasn't got the same sort of escapes.
And it's really squishy too.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, they still can get a bit of damage on this tower, which is good. And now they're really well positioned to go for the next dragon. I mean, it's still a few minutes away, but...
Yep, just keep doing what they're doing because
Yep.
purple isn't grouping up at all. And they can just abuse that super hard. Oh wow, that damage.
Ooh, wow, this... Na's living life on the edge again. But I mean, that's one of the things you can do with Na is he gets that extra bonus health. Maybe you just saw like his health practically doubled.
He gets like 800 at max rank or something
Yeah.
stupid.
So it's level 2, so he gets Mega... Where is he? Oh, hang on. Passive. No, it doesn't actually tell you. And it's permanent as well, that's the thing. Like, so Na
Oh
just...
wow, Syndra just W the blue buff away from Fizz.
She's gonna go down though. Oh, what a brilliant juke there. Wow, she won't even get away. This is... Nice. Wow. Really well played. Yeah.
Nice kill by Corki.
Yeah. They got something for it. I mean, one of the things that worth mentioning about Actually, this is probably a good time to get her if you can. I don't know they're going to lose focus.
So yeah, the thing that Thresh did there is he hooked instead of flaying. You just gotta, if you're in range to flay, you should always flay first because it sets up an almost guaranteed hook. Oh wow, they're just killing everybody now.
Yeah. I mean, the thing I was going to say with Na is his ultimate, like, so the health it grants is permanent. So if he just keeps sort of using his passive, like turning to Mega Na, he's just going to keep slowly heal up over time, which is quite a novel way to use it. Oh. Yeah, they should be... No, not quite. I thought they were going to be able to get this tower, but...
They need to heal up and buy.
Oh, what I was going to say. So, Jax actually flashed to get that kill on... I'm trying to think who it was. I think it might have been Shyvana. Yeah, I think it was Shyvana. When he had the shield on him from... the face of the mountain shield, and now that actually would have exploded and probably would have killed Shyvana, but he flashed to hit her in melee. So I mean that's probably something to keep in mind. Like if you see that shield on you, like just remember it deals like 300 damage or 400 damage or something.
Wait, really?
It deals after 4 seconds total attack damage plus 30% of ability power. So that's actually pretty. So Jax
would have done like 200 damage.
Yeah. So
That's actually quite a lot.
Yeah, it's actually So that probably would have. I mean, he got the kill. Maybe he didn't realize that. Maybe it wouldn't have killed her. But I think, yeah, it was. How much AP has he got? Oh, he's got a little bit. Yeah, so would have done a little bit more damage than this. Oh, so close.
Oh,
the snipe.
The
snipe. I mean, that's just shows you how extreme this poke is. Oh wow. Yeah, Jax is no longer behind anymore.
No, he was allowed to split for so long.
Yep.
Well,
and the global gold. I mean, I think that's probably the biggest thing.
They can get an inhibitor now, then go for dragon.
Yeah, they should really be going straight to top. Like, leave mid alone. I mean, they'll get it anyway.
Or they can get double inhibs even.
Yeah, actually, sorry. Good move by is there.
And Corki was just still landing bot for some reason. You just need a group at this point, and he's their only wave clear too.
Yeah. Yeah, the team should be getting this second inhib, but they're going to dragon. No, leave dragon. Just go straight for the inhibs. Double
they
inhibs.
Didn't even get chunked out at all during those fights.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is going to hurt. It's going to hurt him a lot. That was a really good knockback by Syndra. Use it waiting for Shyvana to jump in and then pushing her back. Oh, great 3-man stun by. Nah, I don't know if it's gonna. Oh, wow! That was a perfectly timed troll pole by Fizz there. But wow, this might be game.
They might be able to end here, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, Thresh comes up in 5 seconds. Yeah, actually, yeah, with Jax. There you go, game.
Thonk, thonk, thonk.
Yeah. Oh, Syndra just destroyed Corki. 12-1-9. Very impressive. Mind you, I mean, Corki and Thresh actually targeted the wrong person there. Should have actually been going for Jax. If they targeted Jax instead of Syndra, they actually might have...
They would have lost 3 minutes later.
That's true. They would have lost 3 minutes later. But still, they would have held on. So... Alright, well that's game 1. We'll move into game 2. Just trying to think of anything else worth mentioning. Vision being my bugbear. Didn't switch, Leona didn't switch her trinket out at all. So, sorry, not Syndra, Leona. Didn't switch out trinkets, so, yeah. Anyway, they still won though. Let's move into game 2.
Okay. So in that game, a couple of things is Shyvana just farmed her jungle and didn't pressure Nautilus at all, and he ended up with like 11 assists or something, which is what's going to happen if a jungle like that with lots of CC is just allowed to gank for free, and Shyvana can't really gank anywhere. And then Fizz didn't know how to play the lane against Syndra. As Fizz, you have to go in and trade. So once you hit level 3, you just start going in. So you WQ and then you E out or whatever. I'm not actually entirely sure because I don't play Fizz.
Yep.
And then bot lane just never grouped ever, which is...
Yep.